Zuby by wearing this jersey, and all the young men that are playing for awareness and to raise money for awful disease and cancer. I think we've taken a lot of opportunities this week to reflect that football, although it's a great sport, it is insignificant when you compare the battle on the field to the battle of cancer. And that was our goal and objective, is to raise awareness, raise some funds for some worthy causes to help fight this deadly disease. And hopefully one day we won't have to have any more fundraisers. We move on to other things, because we kicked this thing called cancer out of here, and it no longer exists. So once again, thank you very much. The Bulldog community is as always, a tremendous supporter of Romeo football. Thanks again.
The final total of monies collected that night in the fight against cancer are not officially in, but unofficially it was over $75,000. Local print shop FAMS, who printed the pink t-shirts everyone was sporting that night, said they sold over 3,500 of them. At the end of the game, many of the fans who were dressed in pink gathered at midfield to have their picture taken in the shape of the ribbon that represents breast cancer awareness. Now let's dive into the game. The Bulldogs won 38-14. Ben Brown really delivered against the Ramblers of Fraser. He accounted for 4 out of the 5 Bulldog touchdowns. The longest was a 17-yard dash to the end zone. The Bulldogs are now 3-1 on the season and are on the road the next 2 games. Our next home game is back here October 9th for the homecoming against another rival, Eisenhower. Then make sure you come out and cheer October 16th when we face number 1 in the state, Stevenson. In girls volleyball, the Lady Dogs began the season with their home game against the Tars of Anchor Bay. The 2 teams united for a good cause. They wore pink and set their rivalries aside, as both teams were fighting to beat that toughest opponent of all, cancer.
This week, the Romeo Athletic program is really dedicated themselves to raising some money for the breast cancer, and the volleyball program is a part of that. And at all levels, the freshman, JV, and varsity, we've decided to do different fundraisers, and we raise money for breast cancer. The girls are wearing shirts to support that. A lot of them have names on the back of a family member, someone who has been either fighting cancer, they're survivors, or possibly someone that they've lost to cancer, so someone that they're supporting. And it's from the freshman to the varsity.
So as the coach and kind of leader of this program, are you proud of your girls?
Absolutely. The girls really stepped up and decided to do things on their own. They wanted to do a car wash. They wanted to do bottle can drives. They sold T-shirts at the Peach Festival to raise money. And these are all things that they decided to do and really take charge of.
Romeo went on to win the match 3-1. The Lady Dogs will hit the road this week and return home September 29th to take on the Falcons of Ford. You might not know this, but the high school has an equestrian club that competes against other teams as well. The 11 young ladies on the team took second place in a recent meet and just missed out on moving up to the regionals. This was the final meet of the year, and Coach Heather Troop wants us to encourage any other horse riders in our area to call the high school for more information about this club. The next season begins in February 2010. Well, that's it for sports, Jeannie.
Well, thanks, Paul. So, for the crew at Channel 6, we want to thank you for tuning in to Channel 6 News, WBRW.